When most people hear the word keto, they picture sizzling bacon, cheese, butter, and steak. So naturally, a big question comes up. Can vegetarians or vegans follow a keto diet? The short answer is yes, it can be done. But here's the problem. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Vegetarian and vegan keto are extremely restrictive, and the real concern isn't whether it's possible, it's really whether it's sustainable. Nutrient deficiencies, lack of variety, and plant anti-nutrients like oxalates can all create major roadblocks. So in this video, I want to give you a cautionary look at the 3 key areas you need to think about before trying vegetarian or vegan keto. Point number 1, vegetarian keto. Easier but still restrictive. Vegetarians have a bit of an advantage because they can still include dairy and eggs. Foods like eggs, cheese, butter, and Greek yogurt are high in fat and low in carbs, making it easier to hit keto macros. Pair those with avocados, nuts, seeds, and low-carb veggies, and you can definitely make vegetarian keto work. But here's the caution. Too many vegetarians fall into the trap of over-relying on dairy and cheese. While technically keto-friendly, it can create digestive issues, lead to inflammation, and crowd out nutrient diversity. And that lack of variety over time makes the diet harder to sustain. So while vegetarian keto is more feasible than vegan keto, it still comes with real sustainability concerns. Point number 2, vegan keto. Technically possible, practically difficult. Now let's talk about vegan keto. This is where things get really tricky. Without dairy or eggs, you're left with plant-based proteins like tofu, tempeh, hemp seeds, chia seeds, and pumpkin seeds. These can work in the short term, but here's the problem. They're incomplete protein sources, and without carefully planning, you're going to miss essential amino acids. Even more concerning is the reliance on nuts and seeds for fat and protein. These foods are high in anti-nutrients like oxalates and phytates, which bind to minerals and make them harder for your body to absorb. For some people, a high oxalate diet can even increase the risk of kidney stones. On top of that, many traditional vegan protein staples like beans and lentils are simply too high in carbs for keto, so your options shrink even further. It's technically possible, but it's a diet that can feel restrictive, repetitive, and frankly, exhausting. Point number 3. The bigger issue, sustainability and nutrient gaps. The real issue with vegetarian and vegan keto isn't whether you can get into ketosis, it's whether you can stay healthy long term. Without animal-based foods, it becomes very difficult to get enough vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and omega-3s. Yes, you can supplement, but now you're leaning heavily on pills and powders to cover what the diet itself doesn't provide. And then there's the sustainability factor. Keto already requires planning, but combine it with vegan or vegetarian restrictions, and you're narrowing your food choices to a very small window. Over time, that lack of flexibility and variety make it harder to stick with and raises the risk of burnout, nutrient deficiencies, and health issues. In short, while vegetarian and vegan keto are possible in the short run, they're not easy to sustain long term without significant supplementation and careful meal planning. And for many people, that level of restriction just isn't realistic. So, yes, vegetarians and vegans can technically do keto, but the bigger question is, should they? My take is that for most people, it's not the most sustainable option. The combination of restrictions, nutrient gaps, and anti-nutrient concerns make it a tough road to follow long term. If you found this perspective helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more science-based keto insights, and share this video with someone who's considering vegetarian or vegan keto. And let me know in the comments. Do you think vegan or vegetarian keto is worth the effort or too restrictive to work long term? See you in the next video.